Oh, I'm already sweating, so let's get the pump cover off. Today is going to be a day where we get it off early. Yeah, we've got shoulders, actually not neck, just going to do shoulders, biceps, and some core. Core is just going to be one exercise. After we're done with our pullovers, we're going to do a few dragon flags. So, yeah, because the thing is with the pullovers and chest, right? Chest. One second, I might just go and turn the music off so I don't run into a risk of copyright stuff. Yeah, I'll turn the music off just to be safe on the safe side. Alrighty. Right, I did plan to do some leg swings too. I'll do those. I mean, we're not going to do any pressing or anything that really involves much legs for now. Well, I mean, the rows maybe, but yeah, still. Hi there. Hey. By the way, there is a chance I'm going to end this live pretty quickly if something comes up. So, yeah. Oh. Hey there, Tara. Just saying hi. Cannot stay, but I need to say hi. Long list friends. Thank you. Actually, you're not who I expected you to be. So when I saw someone came in, but yeah, hi there. Good to see you. Been too long. Hope you're doing all right. Because I know you had some not so good stuff, both personally and health wise. So yeah. Okay. All right. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Just been too long, my friend. Still dealing with a bunch of crap, unemployment. Oh, sorry about your sister. Other stuff I'll get through. Yeah, yeah. Actually, since last time we had a proper talk, I even was homeless for a little bit. So, well, not technically, but I was stuck in a different country with a broken down car, or almost, yeah, for broken down for a little bit, and then the car was still driving, but it was deemed not roadworthy, and it would have been taken off me if I tried to drive it. So I had no way of getting anywhere, and I was broke at the same time. So that was fun. But yeah, I will prevail. And right now, I actually also have some other crap that I can't really talk about going on. But yeah, life has a way of giving us challenges. Yes, it sure does. It sure fucking does. All right, that's warming up done. We'll get it. Yeah, we will. We will, one way or another. Oh, just, oh, wow. True survivor, but feeling like a little kid. Hi there. Just proper working set on super ROM lateral raises. And I have to go. Glad you came through and will prevail. Nice to see you, Marlon. Hopefully it's along next time. Yeah, same, same. Okay, wet. Let's write it down. Super ROM. Let's see how many sets we're going to need here. Actually, don't have. Thanks. I don't have a. Last time I did 4 sets, but right now, well, the soreness went away in my delts. And now it feels like it's bad. It's still a bit sore. So I don't know how much I'm going to smash in here. But yeah. I'll more or less go by feel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nah. Okay, I think we'll do 5 sets and just not try to go too crazy to failure because I have a tendency on these reps to, or on this exercise to make the last couple reps really ugly, and then they tend to not feel great in my joints. So we're just gonna do a few more sets. Alrighty. And after this is gonna be flexion rows. Those titties are gonna be for the finish. My other day chest is early in the workout, but I'm genetically kind of gifted with my chest, honestly, because I couldn't train chest at all for a long time, and now for years not proper and like not really well for forever too. But I still have a pretty decent chest, and now I'm just starting to be able to really hit my chest, so can't complain about that. All right, let's not get hung up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. I could keep going, but those would start to get bad. Those wouldn't be good reps anymore. Rather, this is something I have to teach myself to not chase the last couple reps no matter what, which is what I used to do. I would somehow get the weight up there, but it wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good on my joints, and especially with any overhead stuff, I have to be careful with my elbows. My shoulders are actually fine. I can do pretty much whatever I want to my shoulders. I don't have shoulder issues. I don't really have to be all that careful with my shoulder joints, but anything that uses my elbows and lateral raises can be hard on your elbows. I have to make sure I stay in line. And if you have like some sensitive area. I would recommend to not go super hard and rather make do a couple more sets, which is what I'm doing here. I could also just do like maybe 3 sets instead of 5 and go absolutely all out, but it wouldn't be smart. And yeah, I could also finish with partial reps. Like if I was short on time, that's what I would do. And I'll end up doing that probably. That I'll stand stop the set when I'm literally not able to move the weight anymore. But not at the moment. Also, if the advantage of doing a lot of sets is that you get a lot more practice. You know, you just become more competent at the movement, which is and until you're really perfect and you can stay locked in no matter what, going past to and past failure isn't all that smart. Like, yeah, and, and oh well. Also, my delts are already pretty good muscles. I don't, they're not lagging or anything. But in the future, especially when I'm short on time, I might start just doing 1 or 2 sets absolutely all out. Just call it a day. One, two, 3. Yeah, now we're talking. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 9 reps. Good. Those got really good actually. 1 second, I'll just have to check something. Three sets in. Oh yeah, baby. One, two, 3, 4, 5, Oh yeah. Oh, riding out that last is eccentric. That's brutal, but awesome. Oh, the shoulder's getting nice and pumped. Whew. Sheesh. Yeah, like this is another thing why at the moment I'm not a big fan of going all out from the get go and just doing a couple sets because like this set was the best one so far. Doing several sets really helps me at the moment. So would be stupid to only do one set if set four is the best one. I'm not going to train in a way that I only need one or two sets. Then you know, I hope that logic makes sense. All right, we're gonna need this for our next exercise. Próximo ejercicio. So yeah. All right, last set. Let's make this count. Okay, maybe I actually went too hard on the last rep. Actually, it was fine. But yeah, now that we're done with that, I mean, I could do curls next. to warm up the elbows. Hmm. Actually, I might do that today. Or yeah, I think I'll do that. That'll also free fatigue or pulling muscles. My forearms are already pumped, and it gives us the advantage that I can do some wrist extensions as well, which I'm just going to be doing here. So yeah, because my elbows did feel a bit weird sometimes when just with relatively cold elbows jump into rows. Hi there. So I'll give it a try like that today. Let's do some wrist extensions. Oh, fuck. And yeah. Oh. Anyway, mm, let's do our next set of some curls. Curls for the girls or buys for the guys. I'll let you decide. Yeah. Somehow keeping them arm in front just doesn't feel right in my elbows, so I'm not gonna do it. Listening to your body, something that I still have to learn sometimes, but yeah, something important. Oh, yeah, baby. The wrist extensions, I know they look funny, but they are really a valuable exercise. Yeah, your wrist extensors do get trained with lateral raises and stuff like that. The reason I do them after is because these muscles are already a bit warm from laterals. Could also do it the other way around to have these muscles warm if it's, and that might actually help your elbows. Hi there, Jamie. Welcome. Been a minute since I've heard from you. Good to see you. Hey. Yeah, she was only in for a minute. She just said she has a lot of friends to check up on and still is dealing with some stuff. But yeah, let's do a little potentiation set here. Okay, 3 sets of those. Hmm? Love you muchly, always. See ya? Are you already leaving, Jem? You just came in. You don't have to run. I don't bite, usually. Hmm? Hmm. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna. All right, let's get a set of calls done, shall we? So, six, seven, eight, 10. Maybe I should start doing rep goals again. All right. Hey, I'm going to the bathroom. I'll just mute it real quick. I'll be right. Hey, hey, I was just in the bathroom. You still there, Yoda? Hi. Hope you didn't not see me and left because yeah, I was literally just had to take a little bathroom break, so I knew it's alive and just left the phone here. Okay, good. How are you? Hmm? How are things going? Hey, got here in the background feeding my pups. Not amazing, but just my bottle feeder for my pups decided not to work. We'll also need to fix that, but need to bottle feed them first. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I'm probably better than you are, but also not really my brightest day today. Oh, and it's already 9. Dang, time flies. Well, not really, but oh, all right. All right. Oh, oh, ah, oh, oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was good. Okay. Really good. I think I'll just have to add to up the pace on curls next time. My elbows feel better than they usually do at this stage, so that's a good thing. Okay, we're gonna do flexion rows now. Well, yeah, bent over rows flexion style. And I thought about doing a machine row today. Maybe I will, but I think actually I won't. I won't because I have another day where I'll be doing those rows. And one thing I learned: to not do too many exercises for the same fucking thing, which is a mistake I used to make. And I would be doing like 3 exercises that basically train the same freaking muscles because I didn't know any better. But now I do know better. So trying not to make the same mistake again. And I'll see if I maybe do some external rotation on here. Actually, I don't think I will, but oh well. A couple of these plates, weights, and then we should be Gucci. Yeah, that should be good. Hi there. Hey, I can't really read the comments from where I am right now, unfortunately, but yeah, hi. Thank you for being there. Okay, actually, I think I have to change the position of this thing. Hey, Mina, nice, nice, nice. Okay, you're just saying nice. I didn't really miss anything specific. But yeah, I think facing this way is actually gonna be more beneficial. This is gonna be a good angle, I think. Where you guys are not gonna have all the lights in your face, and you're gonna be able to see me good. I think so. Yeah. Yeah. For some reason, that little angle difference in angles of floor isn't perfectly even here. It just feels better. Or is it better? I don't know, because right now I feel it more in the lower back. If I go to the other side, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Hmm. Interesting. Actually, let me tie my hair together so I can see a bit more. Also, this is an exercise that I might start, I might replace soon, soon-ish. I like it, but I don't know. I'm starting to more and more often. It just doesn't hit the spot anymore. I've replaced it for a cable variant. Yeah, okay, now we're freaking talking. Never mind. Yeah, it actually feels awesome. Of course, it's hits the spinal erectors quite a bit, but still, it's not necessarily a bad thing, you know. If you can fit it in your program, that much spinal erector work, if you can recover from it. That is the issue with this exercise. If my spinal erector recovery was unlimited, this would I would always do these, but no, I just did these. Oh, but yeah, that's still amazing. Hmm. Maybe I should also finish with some Jefferson curls. Just to get that spinal erector flexion in. I might do that, but first, not for the beginning. I mean, you can do some pretend Jefferson curls. It's a warm up, sure. Actually, for Jefferson, the other side standing would be better anyway. Okay, I will try the row facing the other way though once more. I don't know. I think this way is better. Yeah, this is oh good stuff. Yeah, I think this facing this way is the right way. Yeah, immediately. Immediately can tell that this is way better. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, now we have our 4 kg kettlebells. And for some weird reason for me, kettlebells do feel better than dumbbells. Okay. I think that was like were like 8 reps. Let's see. We're gonna do 1 or 2 more sets. I think once we have sets of 10, we're gonna go up to the 6 kg and start doing sets of 5 again. Exercises like these that are also pretty hard in the lower back, you actually don't want to go really high ramp. It's just going to fry your lower back. You won't be able to focus on the target muscle. I think that goes with 6 reps, and yeah, I'm going to do another one. If I can tweak these, they really also hit my mid, stretch out my mid back, which is I've been doing. But this next set will be all lats again. I think in the future, I'm going to do 2 sets, last focus, and then the last one. I'm going to focus on really stretching out that mid back. Okay, ready to go. Okay. Still, again, I don't know how many those were, but they were really good still. My last rep, I probably should have just left it, but yeah. This is like an exercise. You can literally only do these and grow a really good back. You don't need another one. Of course, some vertical pulling is smart, but you don't, yeah, just for, if I was going to give someone one back exercise, this is it. Okay, now some Jefferson curls. Okay, and one set of three. Okay, good, good, good. Okay. Alrighty. Next we have pullovers. I think that's gonna be our final exercise, actually. Just good old dumbbell pullovers. Well, sorry, you still have chest, but I think our back is gonna be done after these. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. That really all we have? Okay, what did I used to do on this day that made it so non-feasible? That glute. Yeah, that's it. Honestly, that's also enough. Let's be real. It is still enough. I feel that in my back, but not the muscles that it should actually be training. So facing the other side. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now it's actually training something. Oh, alrighty. Nice, nice, nice. That's one thing though I want to try today. Today I'll try maybe instead of using one 4 kg dumbbell, I might try using thing two kgs, like six, so that way I can move my hands freely. It might or might not be a good idea, but I could imagine it being really nice actually. Since I already got the bench propped up, I'm also gonna do some rotator cuff training. Ah, okay. Okay, now let's try what I've had in mind. Oh, okay, it's definitely a bit harder to connect with the muscles because you have so much more freedom. But in general, I think it's still a good exercise. It's definitely a good option still. Yeah, of course, you just always have more stability if you have one great implement that you grip with both hands. Of course, there is an argument to be made for stabilizer muscles being trained more, which is true. Although people also like overstate the importance, or maybe not even the importance, but the difference. And if if being if being more stable allows you to use more weight, that still taxes the stabilizers just as much at the end of the day, but it hits the muscles you're actually trying to target harder. So stability isn't a bad thing. You want to be stable when possible. Hi there. I can't read your comment at the moment. I can see that you're not blue. That's all I can tell from here. So you're not one of my moderators, but still, thank you for being here. Sure. And yeah. Hmm. Why do I feel them so much in my neck today? If I just keep my head stable. Okay, like done. Thanks. I like a mix of free weights and machines. Yeah, like I just do what feels right. And right now I'm doing kind of coming back from a longer, well, from multiple layoffs that happen to be connected with, well, first me being in South America, hunting crocodiles, that whole ordeal, where I was still active but not really working out. Then I did come start to get back into lifting, but then I had a trip coming up. I got injured and not training, but I had an accident and all of that stuff. So I am now just starting to get close to being all the way back. I'm not all the way back yet, but I'm close to all the way back. Have to work for me, yeah. But because I'm still coming in, I'm trying to, do more free weight stuff because basically to teach my body the movements again. And then once I have the movement down and the coordination and stuff, then mm, and and because I don't need that much volume, because free weight stuff tends to be more fatiguing. Later in my training year, when I need more volume and to really destroy the muscles, then I will have to go to machines to lower the fatigue and yeah, and to have the stability. Because doing some of the stuff I do now with the weights I'm going to be using 6 months from now, that would just fry my CNS, and I wouldn't be able to do enough volume because it would be so fatiguing. But right now, it's not that fatiguing. I'm not using that much weight. So I can use free weights. The downsides aren't big, but the upside of learning properly to move my body through space again is an advantage. I mean, I'm still doing some machines for legs, but other than for legs, I'm basically just doing free weights and some cable stuff. I twisted my right side 2 times and before that as well. So I did only cables and machines for shoulders and chest that helped. Yeah. I had a fall. I fell on top of my head. I basically headbutted a pontoon after a 12 to 15-foot fall in a harbor. Then I was immobile. I rolled myself and then I fell into the water. And after falling onto my head, I rolled it into the water. I rolled myself back onto the pontoon and then just stayed there because there was a chance my spine was cracked. So I ended up being immobilized, brought to the hospital. Everything was fine, but I just had a bunch of torn, or not torn, but like a bunch of muscle strains and stuff. And yeah, probably some bone bruising and shit like that. So it took me a while to get back to my old self. Okay, I'll just count that as my first set. I felt more in my chest this time for whatever fucking reason. It's a crossbench pullover. Hmm, shit. Makes sense. Yeah, shit happens, you know. You know how it goes. Okay, some external shoulder rotation. Okay, now I'm gonna do something I haven't tried yet. It's just gonna be the pull over, but with two dumbbells. Two individual dumbbells. Oh, oh, I don't know. It just feels more natural with one. Having that freedom, actually, it doesn't feel good. For some reason, it feels weird. It just feels weird. Of course, I could try to get used to it, but I don't know. I think it's better to actually just use one weight. Maybe. I'll do one more set with the fours. There's a possibility, or maybe that is just something with the two separate dumbbells that I have to incorporate slowly. Okay. Let's do another set of external rotations real quick. Oh. Okay, that did feel good. Alrighty. Let me just read your comment. Push, pull, rest, legs, rest, push, pull, rest, legs, rest, repeat. That split was excellent for my recovery after the twists, and now I just love that frequency, and I'm really amped up. Yeah, I did that something like that, but I found that that's already that my workouts are getting dragged out for too long. If I just have 3 sessions for my whole body. So I just upped it to 4 sessions now. Well, actually, that is my whole weekly routine, which trains like most muscles twice or like 1.5 times. I could probably still get my whole body through with 3 sessions, but then I wouldn't. I would only hit everything once in that time frame, and I couldn't repeat it again. I couldn't repeat it within a week. So I get do like a mixture that I have like 1.5 leg days. I have two proper shoulder sessions. I have one proper back session today. And on my second shoulder session, I'm going to do a little bit of additional back training and stuff like that. So, yeah. But I have done that for a long time. 3 days on, 1 day off. Question is, should I do another set or not? I think not. Or, nah, not right now. If I find that I recover from this really easy, then maybe next time. Or let's do a little Maya rap situation. Let's just smash in a couple more reps right now. And actually, I'm going to use a bit of a different grip now. Okay. Okay. Uh, that wasn't bad. Okay, now we just have chest breath and then we're done. Let's do some pretend bench presses as a warm up. And the last set, how I did it, really hits the lats. It's interesting. Like I'm one thing that I've learned is that you actually don't need vertical pulls. You don't need pull ups or pull downs necessarily. Which I would have said you need something from up here, something like some emotion that is something uh, from any of these angles, but not necessarily. And the resistance profile is shit anyway. Oh, let's get the chest warm. Oh, oh, okay, that'll be all warm up here. Now onto the chest press, and that'll be all. Cool. I just fell in love with this asynchronous. Yeah, my splits have been asynchronous for forever. I think once I tried to do like a 7 day split, but yeah, not it ain't for me. Upper, lower, rest, chest, back, rest, shoulders, arms, legs, rest, repeat. Of course, more modified as always, but yeah, at least train every muscle every 6 day, 5 days in between. Yeah, that is also one thing I have been doing with some of my muscles. Other stuff, I do more high frequency, but I found that if I try to really hit everything twice a week, like twice with like every 3 to 4 days, I already often get issues with recovery. if I'm training meaning hard, and if I train my entire body, because you always have more overlap, it just doesn't work that you only train one muscle without having at least some, some muscles that work together with that trained muscle, and you end up really hitting every muscle anyway, way indirectly more often, which also means you're going to take longer till you can do a dedicated session to that muscle again. So yeah, like especially for lower backs, that is something to consider. Okay, I'm gonna clean this stuff up later. Now I want to go to the chest press before I get completely cold. While I'm still warm, while the blood is still flowing. Ooh. But yeah, some muscles I do more depending on my focus, biceps, and side delts. I can hit more. Yeah, same. Well, depends. If I train, if I train biceps on the same day as back on at least some of my sessions, then yes. If I don't, if I have back training sessions that I don't count as a bicep session, then I cannot do that many extra sessions for biceps because they already get hit some on back. So yeah. Anyway, I'll be right back. Going to the bathroom. So I'll just mute it. I'll be right back. Okay, here we are again. One thing for legs I noticed that I find really interesting is that actually that I experimented and doing leg press like quad compound movements and quad isolations like leg extensions, reverse Nordics, and that kind of stuff. Doing them on different days, I can handle way more weekly volume. I can do 3 sets of leg extensions and like 3 days later, or 3 days of leg press. Like if I could maybe handle 4 sets a week if I do like 2 sets of leg press, 2 sets of leg extensions, same session. But if I do them on separate days, I can hit 6 sets out of sudden, 6 sets to failure. So I don't know why, but for some reason that works for me. And I'm gonna rig this chest press machine with a one rolled up mat going on the back pad. Yeah, baby. Oh, right. I forgot. I also have my core trainings coming now. Meaning I'm going to be doing some dragon flags in just a minute. So yeah, when it comes to training, if I can ask, nothing too specific. Just well, building a ice on was yeah with downsides basically just putting them everywhere more or less. Okay, time for the dragon flags. It sounds like flagging. Okay, like basically I said just healthy way without losing functionality and keeping my joints healthy. Basically just becoming a bigger, stronger version of myself. Like I don't have plans to ever compete or something like that. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna some core work. Okay. Okay, was a warm up because I'm gonna be doing well next set of chest or next set on chest like just raising up and shit. My abs and everything. They're also kind of hard on the elbows and lats, which is why I do them. What about you, Ulf? What are your aspirations? Don't need to do the same. back and doing it for decades, way longer than most people last. All righty. Now some straight leg raises. Okay, one more proper set. Okay. Now it froze. Okay, no idea what's going on there. Let's see if we can do some proper dragon flags. There aren't real dragon flags in fair. Like we have reference before. So me.
Gotta go a little bit. Maybe Thank you all so much for watching. That was good. Peace out.